heart, symbol or image. The Exhibit 6 category, heart, symbol or image, is the last in our itinerary, found in the MAGMA Museum in the entrance hall and the Sala Bianca. In these posters, the heart becomes the focal point, a synthesis of both concepts. It represents the anatomical organ, it carries the meaning of affection. It is associated with red hues, from bloody to muted pinks. It is an universal sign and collective call. It is subject to interpretation. It can be torn to shreds, broken and built from rubble. It's a half concern and a hand lent. One interpretation by Armando Milani is found in a vein that uses a heart's image. The nib of a fountain pen, a black silhouette, coming down from the top of a canvas, with its tip facing down. The center of the manifesto is occupied by the nib's blowhole, heart-shaped, from which a line of blood-red ink flows downwards. From halfway down, the poster is crossed by 7 horizontal thin black lines, all parallel. Upon the white background, we are left with the impression of a notebook page. On the last 3 lines, we have the word amore, the Italian for love, in the same red ink and in typographic cursive, followed by ellipses and a translation in various languages. Love, amour, Liebe, älskade, miłość, ai, amor, agape, hai, behab. The iconographic language is meant to express the conceptualism of this theme, which is closely tied to love, and our whole languages share the concept of love as a meeting point. The use of red ink is meant as a double entendre. It is ink on a page, but it is also blood, pumped onto the page by the heart itself. Thus, the pen becomes a symbol for the human body. This is part of the message. It expresses the universality of the concept of love, elevated by the multiple meanings associated. The use of a limited palette, with a strong emphasis on simplicity, and the choice to render focal points in white, red, and black, are all distinctive traits of Milani's art. This can also be observed in the next work, also created by him. Upon a flat black background, a stylized red heart is embraced by a white paperclip. Here, the heart expresses its symbolic nature. In the top left corner, we have the words Ubuntu, save love, in white uppercase, placed vertically along the margin. The word Ubuntu is a reference to the reason behind this manifesto's creation. It is the name of the international collective exhibit it was originally designed for. I am because we are. This saying is of sub-Saharan African origin, from the Bantu linguistic branch. It is part of a larger expression, which is also found in the exhibit's title. I am what I am, because we are what we are. Here, too, we have a double reading. The paperclip's embrace envelops and protects the heart. However, if we follow a more modern approach with a focus on technology, we can say that the paperclip serves as an icon, a way to attach various types of content, and then forwarding them to their receivers, or uploading them to online platforms. The second reading is an open invitation, a call to attach and share love in what is created, diametrically opposed to the first reading's theme of protection. Taking a step back to the symbolic function of the heart, we have Franco Canale's Manifesto, created for the Sant'Antimo Comune and the Sanitary Committee for the Campania region. The poster is explicit in its message. In the upper part, upon the background yellowed by time, we have the words in dark green and bold lowercase. To reform health and foster sports activity, originally in Italian. A thin green horizontal line separates this title from the date and place, written in the same darker green. Sant'Antimo, 31st of March and 1st of April. In the center left, we have the government's commissioners, written in thin, round, black type. The logo for the Italian Union of Sports for All, or WISP, pops and is slightly elongated, Next to it we find, like bullet points, the names of the regional committee of Campania and the provincial committee of Naples. Underneath, we read that the event was promoted through the patronage of the Sant'Antimo Comune and the health department of the Campania region. In the bottom half of the canvas, we have the Manifesto's emblem, the heart, here represented as a green outline with a black border. On the right side of the symbol, the curve and the line never meet, as the line continues upwards, like a vector, taking the shape of an arrow. This creates an hybrid symbol between a heart and the middle symbol. The arrow's tip repeats itself as it goes up, creating the illusion of a movement. The two after images it creates are also green, with a black border, but they grow increasingly dark in hue. This poster is informative in nature. The color green, when combined with the hybrid art, obtains a new connotation. The heart is a stand-in for the organ. The use of green suggests relaxation and focus, which are related to the practice of sports. The communicative simplicity is born of the new used words. The commissioner's name occupies much more space than the message itself. Both the message and the symbol for elf are similar shades of green, so that they may be objects of immediate focus. It is really a great example of public service graphic design. Lastly, we're going to analyze the manifesto by the contemporary Argentinian designer Natalìa Volpe, known as Hope, created in 2020. Her manifesto belongs to the image category. It represents a stylized heart, colored in with an apparent rough texture, as if it were drawn with a white marker. And yet it is large, so much so that it fills the canvas from margin to margin. The background and the heart are both green, although in different hues. The background is lighter, a shade of lime green, and the heart is vibrant, grass green. At the heart's center, the word hope pops, despite its smaller size. It's unwritten in uppercase, seemingly with a fine point marker. The letters O and P are filled in where they create an empty space. In the lower part of the canvas, on the right, towards the heart's tip, the word love can be found. It is of the same green hue as the heart, but so small, as if the designer wanted to hide it. The heart is not fully colored in. Part of the background can be seen through the gaps. The heart was created for the Hopewood project, an ensemble of posters all focused on the many representations found in the theme of hope. Using green instead of the stereotypical red marks a deviation from the symbolic nature of the heart as a representation of love, be it platonic or romantic. Rather, it focuses on the meaning of green found in hope and nature. The shapes are simple, the polarity is limited. These elements characterize a precise point in Volpe's artistic language, which is usually rich in inputs and signs. And with this, we conclude the How to Draw a Manifesto exhibit. We hope that you enjoyed this journey and the provided analysis of manifestos we encountered. Thank you for your attention. We look forward to your visit. Museo MAGMA.